Hello, this is Gary Fowler, and I am the host of GSD Presents Silicon Valley AI and Tech. And it's with great pleasure that we talk today about diversity in the environment, diversity in startups, the right thing to do. Hold on, I got to turn this off. I hit my phone by mistake. Anyhow, my unfortunately my guest did not show up today. Deeksha was supposed to be on. I believe she got sick. So I'm going to take 10 minutes and I wanted to talk to you. You know, one of the things when you're building a startup, it's critically important is you need to have a well-rounded team. You need to have cultural diversity because cultural diversity breeds opportunity. It allows you to look at things differently. Think about this. You need to have intergenerational, culture diverse, and decentralized team. And why is that? Because you want to make sure you got the right resources at the right place at the right time. So, anyhow, uh, today's topics is really about building the right kind of structure in a startup, how we can make a little dent in the universe, how we can reach out beyond where we are today, reach out to companies that are in places like Africa, places that normally people don't go. How do we make the world a little bit better place? And more importantly, how do we create opportunities for investors and opportunities for entrepreneurs? So it's really great that it's really great that we're here. Zhenya, I'm online. Okay. So anyhow, that it's critically important when you're building your startup that you look in different directions at other place, build that diverse team, build the intergenerational team. You want to have some people with the gray hairs. At the same time, you want to have those entrepreneurs, those younger entrepreneurs that can really help you. So the other thing is look where other people don't look. If you're going to bring diversity, if you're going to look for different ideas, look for places. You know, there are 1.3 billion people in Africa. Places like Nigeria have 206 million just in Nigeria. Think about all that AI talent that's there. Think about it being untapped because other people aren't moving in those directions. Look out, think differently, as Steve Jobs would say, and look out for those opportunities where you can find those diamonds in the rough. Now, what we do at GSD Venture Studios is we go global. We take those companies from wherever they are to the rest of the world using Silicon Valley as a port. Why? Because the valuations are higher, because there's incredible opportunity in the Valley to meet people, the networks and connections. So, and how do you build diversity in your company? One is think about this. If you're building a board of directors, you want to have on board of advisors, you want to have females involved, culturally diverse, and really support those kind of activities. Look at it this way. I know when I was in Russia, we had half of the students in my startup academy in Russia, in many cases, were female entrepreneurs. And some of those companies are now some of the greatest startups that ever came out of our startup academy. So go out, try, look at places like Latin America, the 640 million people. And at the same time, there aren't, because of their multi countries, Spanish and Portuguese are primary languages. But look at all those companies coming out, fintech, places like Argentina and Xcoop. Fintech companies really dominating their space, putting connections together with companies from Africa, putting connections with companies from the US and abroad. So the point of the story, and I'm going to wrap up here in 2 minutes. Diksha did not was not able to come on today, so I want to just wrap up in a couple of minutes. But what I can say is, I firmly believe that in order to make this world a better place, that we got to be a bit more culturally diverse, that we've got to really support it from a startup side. There aren't enough minorities that are running startups today for all kinds of different reasons. We got to make a difference. We got to do something about it. There aren't enough female entrepreneurs running companies, and we got to make a difference and do something about that. But it's not about entitlement. It's about creating opportunities, because if we bring everybody together and democratize those opportunities on a global basis, it'll make this world a little bit better place. So anyhow, my name is Gary Fowler. I kept it short today, and but I wanted to say a few words because it's close to our heart. We're very supportive of diversity, very uh, cultural diversity, very supportive of minorities and the disadvantaged to bring them into companies. And again, not about entitlement, creating opportunities. Thanks. I appreciate it. Stay tuned because Thursday I'll come back with another edition of GST Presents Silicon Valley AI and Tech. And I'm your host, Gary Fowler. Thanks for taking your time. Thanks for letting me say a few words.